Hi guys, just going to do another quick vid today. I'm going to look at chrono24. It's come up in quite a number of videos, people talking about it. I mean, I've mentioned it myself. Today I've took a sample of a few watches. So I've had a little play on the internet. Typed in Rolex Milgauss, find 3 different countries that have got one. So I looked at one in Russia, one in Hong Kong, one in Italy, and it's fascinating. It's fascinating when you dig a little deeper. So what I've been doing is playing a game where you take the address, the supposed address of where this dealer is supposed to be, pump it into Google Maps, click on Street View, and just see what pops up. And it's quite fascinating. So the first one I tried there was Russia, and it came up with like a main road, and just about every building on the road is under construction. And there's one building that is finished that seems to just be an office, and that's about it. And I'm thinking, that's a pretty weird place for a Rolex dealer. Not impossible, but not entirely plausible. And the place looks pretty run down, you know, with the usual ladder running down the street with 3 wheels on it. And there's a theme here. The Hong Kong one, that's pretty much the same. You end up, if you've ever been on holiday, places like the south of Spain, you know, Fuerteventura, you've got these little walkways with these small boutique-y shops that are little sort of, well, almost like old East End London or East End Glasgow type sort of junk shops. And that's what you got in Hong Kong. And outside there's and this is supposed to be selling a Rolex, there's the monkey, you know, whatever it is, the monkey that the kids are into these days, Paul Frank, fake Paul Frank goods, hanging outside the shop. As you pan, you get the unavoidable tower block, which looks so run down. I think if you were looking for an opium den, you've pretty much nailed it. The latest one I'm looking at here is the Italian one, which is quite funny. I'll just see if it'll pan, and I'll quickly move the camera and then put it back just to give you a kind of an idea. This is funny. So there we go. You've got your lavanderia or disinfectant company, complete with graffiti. So that's 3. A few weeks ago I was looking at another one in Italy, which basically just looked like a cobbler's shop. Now obviously, Google Maps could be out of date, you know. It could be a multiplex mall there now, who knows. And the thing I noticed particularly with the Russian and the Hong Kong ones is a startling number of Rolex pictures that were basically low-grade library pictures, and you usually only get 1 or 2 pictures. Now if I was selling a Rolex, you'd have the watch, you'd have close-ups of the face, you'd have close-ups of the back, close-ups of the lugs, the paperwork, the box, the certificates in wee red COSC thing, and the manual and blah blah blah, and any other receipts and servicing, you know. It's obvious that these are the home of, you know, fakes, bitsers, or it's genuine, but Lord knows what condition it's in. Now the next dangerous thing about this, of course, is the prices of these are still not a million miles from RRP. And you sort of think to yourself, would I send a bank transfer to Hong Kong / Moscow for 4Gs. You know, no way. I mean, it's hard enough getting your money back here in the UK. It could take a month. I mean, and it's tempting, you see, because if you're looking at £5.5 for a watch, you're typing in what you want. It's the convenience of it. Lists a whole load that are 4.5, whatever. And you're sitting thinking, oh goody, you could save £1,000. But I think the number of fakes and bitsers and another mended by Uncle Tom Cobblies that are sitting out there, you would be taking one hell of a chance. But you see, that's the problem with this site, chrono24. People look at this and it would be so tempting, because it's putting temptation in your way. It's something that you desire, and if these were, the residuals on these watches are so close to the RRPs, you know, why I'm beginning to wonder why you would bother. Conversely, I'd look at Beaverbrooks, one of the main UK chains type places, and other big names, the Goldsmiths and whatever. And most of them, probably 3 out of 4 or 4 out of 5 of these dealers, are offering 0% finance over 1, 2, 3, 4 years. Through most of it through Hitachi Finance, which also do the finance for B&Q, which is like the UK equivalent of Home Depot. 4 years interest-free credit. Yeah, you'll pay retail, but you've got the warranty. You've got a shop to go back to that's down the road. You ain't paying any interest on it, you know, and you get a new watch. I've also seen quite a few new, old stock, new, but old stock. Quite a lot of them knocking around. Seen a few on the Omega Speedmasters. Again, you probably pay 3.5 Gs in the UK for it. The new old stock, slightly less than 3. But the manufacture date was 3 years ago. And if for anybody in the know, the Speedmaster is a wind-up watch. No one has sat for the last 3 years giving that 20 or 30 winds every day. It's sat and sat and sat. And that's concerning too, I think. Laid up for such a long time. And again, the new old stock prices are pretty close to the retail prices. Not sure if I'd be tempted. So, just interested in that. If you want to play that game, it's easy enough. Cut and paste the addresses, see what you find. I think you'll be surprised. Enjoy.